Have you ever had a story so unbelievable that no one would take your word for it because you had no proof? Don't worry, we've all been there. But these folks? They can't relate. They had their cameras ready at just the right moment. We've compiled 15 jaw-dropping moments you wouldn't believe if they weren't caught on camera. So grab some snacks, sit back, and prepare to be amazed. 15. Rocket launch from the air. Rocket enthusiasts usually pay a small fee to witness a launch from miles away, but imagine experiencing it from the sky. In May 2021, passengers on a flight from Florida to New York got incredibly lucky as the Atlas V rocket launched into space. Photographer Andy Lin captured the breathtaking moment mid-air, leaving us all in awe. Watching a rocket ascend from the ground is cool, but witnessing it while soaring above the Earth? That's next level. 14. Black hole in the ground. In May 2020, residents of Kericho, Kenya faced a terrifying sight, a massive sinkhole tearing through their town. Starting with water and grass, the sinkhole quickly devoured chunks of land. Kericho, situated in the East African Rift Valley, is prone to such phenomena due to shifting tectonic plates. It's both a reminder of nature's power and a preview of more bizarre events that could unfold in the future. 13. Fire inside a tree. Nature sometimes gives us sights that feel straight out of a fantasy novel. Near Austin, Texas, a golf course director captured a fire burning inside a tree after it was struck by lightning. This rare phenomenon also occurred during a California wildfire in 2017. While it's a natural occurrence, it's hard not to imagine supernatural forces at work when you see flames flickering inside a tree trunk. 12. Nuclear explosion underwater. Want to witness a nuclear explosion and live to tell the tale? A 1958 test, known as Wahoo, showcased the immense power of a Mark 7 nuclear gravity bomb detonated 500 feet underwater. The resulting blast created a water dome nearly 3,800 feet wide and sent a towering column of water skyward. Even though this bomb was small, compared to modern capabilities, its raw power remains haunting. 11. Dolphin playing fetch. Dolphins truly are the dogs of the ocean. During a trip to the Bahamas, Teresa C. formed a bond with a playful dolphin named Katsiki. When a trainer accidentally dropped her phone in the ocean, Katsiki retrieved it. Unfortunately, the phone was beyond saving, but Katsiki's efforts were still heartwarming. Now, if only dolphins could design waterproof phones. 10. Cuddly sharks might have a fearsome reputation, but one leopard shark in Nomea, New Caledonia, is breaking stereotypes. This friendly shark regularly seeks out cuddles from aquarium workers, proving that even the ocean's predators can have a soft side. Who wouldn't want a job that involves giving hugs to adorable marine life? 9. Bus swept away by a river. In 2018, massive floods in Himachal Pradesh, India, showed just how unstoppable nature can be. As the Beas River overflowed, it swept away a bus as if it were a toy. Thankfully, the bus was empty, but the footage serves as a stark reminder of the sheer force of water during a flood. 8. Grape juice volcano. In September 2021, a pipe malfunction in Campo Largo, Brazil, caused a spectacular eruption of grape juice. Over 1,000 liters spilled like a geyser, creating a sticky red mess. While the cleanup must have been a nightmare, the sight of a literal juice volcano is one for the books. 7. Slacklining. Thousands of feet in the air. Walking on a slackline, essentially a loose tightrope at ground level, is challenging enough. But for Lucas Ermler, that wasn't enough. He set multiple world records by performing stunts on a slackline suspended over 800 feet in the air. Just watching the footage is enough to give anyone vertigo. 6. Robot snakes. As if snakes weren't scary enough, YouTuber Alan Pan decided to give them legs. He designed a robotic device that allows snakes to slither with artificial limbs. While his invention is a fascinating blend of engineering and biology, it's also pure nightmare fuel for those afraid of snakes. 5. Chimpanzee ordering pizza. In Moscow, a pizza delivery worker was stunned when a chimpanzee answered the door, took the food, and handed over payment. Wearing jeans and a t-shirt, the chimp proved that apes are not only intelligent, but also surprisingly fashionable. 4. Gorilla using sign language. At a Miami zoo, a clever gorilla used sign language to communicate with visitors. While it initially signed that feeding was prohibited, it couldn't resist sneaking a bite of an orange when no one was watching. Cheeky and smart, what's not to love? 3. Full circle rainbow. At 8,200 feet above ground, in Showdown, Montana, one man witnessed a rare double full circle rainbow. This mesmerizing phenomenon, typically visible only from high altitudes, left him and everyone who saw the footage awestruck. 2. Skydiving without a parachute. In 2016, Luke Aikens became the first person to skydive from 2,500 feet without a parachute, relying solely on a net for his landing. While his precise calculations and GPS tracker ensured a safe fall, one misstep could have been fatal. 1. Solving a Rubik's Cube while skydiving. Jeremy Allison took skydiving to a new level by solving a Rubik's Cube while free-falling at 100 miles per hour. In a heart-stopping video, he completed the puzzle just in time to deploy his parachute. Talk about multitasking under pressure.
Takeout. Is it a man transformed into a monkey or just a very smart animal? You've seen Planet of the Apes, right? Well, it turns out it might be closer to reality than you think. Chimpanzees are pretty intelligent creatures, but we have to ask, how much can they do exactly? One pizza delivery woman in Moscow was in for the shock of her life when she knocked on the door of the circus. Not only does the ape take the pizza from the worker, he also gives her the cash. Hopefully, he gave her a big old tip as well. Though maybe the weird sight was reward enough. And hey, we have to give credit to this monkey's fashion sense as well. Jeans and a t-shirt remain an undefeated combination. Number 4. Talking gorilla. If you thought pizza ordering chimpanzees are impressive, wait until you see a talking gorilla. That's right, when these people tried feeding him in a Miami zoo, this smart simian started speaking to them. Well, not literally, of course. Gorillas probably don't have the vocal chops to voice their feelings out loud, but that doesn't mean they can't put their hands to good use. In this case, sign language was all it needed. If you're wondering what the gorilla is saying, it's that it's not allowed to be fed by visitors. This is ironic, since it still seems to be enjoying the slice of orange after looking around to check if no one had seen it. Maybe a trip to the Miami Zoo is due, because who doesn't love a little rule breaker? Number 3. Full circle rainbow. The age-old question is, what's at the end of a rainbow? Maybe Judy Garland would know, but we can't exactly ask her. Well, turns out, one man who climbed the summit of Showdown, Montana found an answer to that. At 8,200 feet above ground, he watched as the clouds broke apart, and he saw not just one, but a double full circle rainbow. Now this is something you don't ever get to see. Talk about a symbol of good luck, right? Maybe God was shining on this man that day. Number 2. Skydiving without a parachute. Jumping from thousands of feet into the air is terrifying as it is. But can you believe some people are crazy enough to do it without a parachute as well? Just ask Luke Aikens. He's the resident expert on all things daredevil here. This was a video shot back in 2016. Watch as he jumps from an absurd 25,000 feet in the air without any backup plan. Can you imagine what he must have been thinking about as the ground got closer and closer? Now, Aikens wasn't completely on his own. He had a GPS tracker that would have led him right above the 100 square foot net that was placed to break his fall, and would have felt like landing on a pillow. But one wrong move or malfunction, and he would not have lived to tell the other tale. It's a scary thought, especially considering one of the test dummies crashed right through the net. With this, Aikens had set the world record for the highest jump ever recorded without a parachute. Worth it? You tell us. Kids, do not try this at home. Number 1. Rubik's Cube in the sky. If Aikens wasn't enough of an adrenaline junkie for you, here's another man who just might be his match. Jeremy Allison is a man of many tastes, and the most exciting among them are his love for flying in a wingsuit and solving the Rubik's Cube. But one day, he got up and thought, those two things just aren't enough for me. Because flying in a wingsuit normally is boring, right? So he did what any normal person would do, and decided to combine them. In a 1-minute video of sheer excitement, he recorded himself as he solved the cube while falling at 100 miles per hour. Most people aren't able to solve it on a good day, let alone while falling to what could be their literal death. Luckily, Allison managed to get the job done and turned around just in the nick of time and opened his parachute. We can't imagine what the alternative would have been like. It's a good thing all this was recorded, because no one would have believed these people otherwise. From fearless daredevils to the downright terrifying power of nature, we've scoured the internet and gathered the most unbelievable videos for you. What would you do if you were present for any of these moments? Thanks for joining us on this wild ride of unbelievable moments.